Hey guys, so I've been playing Diablo 4 open beta this weekend, and I've been playing Druid exclusively. I decided I'm going to share my build just to be out there for people to look back on, or for myself to look back on, in case these legendaries and these abilities and everything are still roughly the same when the game comes out. Hopefully there's some changes. Playing Druid starting off was painful. He didn't really start going for me until I started getting legendaries, and for me, I wasn't getting legendary drops until like level 22, and the beta's max is 25. So yeah, it was painful, but I just stuck to one character. It's what I typically do with the way I play Diablo. I just pick one character and I play the snot out of it, and then I kind of put the game down for a while, come back, play a different one. So we're gonna go over the build, and then we're going to showcase what you can expect using these items and abilities. Alright. So starting off, we got Storm Strike. This would be your main spirit generator, which allows you to spend spirit to do some of your core abilities. The damage is pitiful. Don't even pay attention to the damage. What we're really looking for here, beyond being a generator, is you gain 25% damage reduction for 3 seconds after dealing damage with it. Helps you stay alive. Next, we got two little modifiers here. We have Enhanced Storm Strike, 15% chance to immobilize an enemy. Pretty nice. And this is the main one you want. Storm Strike has a 50% chance to make enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds. Yeah, that can get pretty nutty pretty quick. Vulnerable, I don't know. They take 20% increased damage. There we go. It says it right there. Moving on. Pulverize. So I got some items here modifying it. We got an item that allows us an extra item rank, because normally there's a cap of 5. So I put 5 points. Item rank comes in here, increases it by 1. And I have another legendary that's turned it into an earth skill. And I have another legendary that has turned it into a shockwave. And so now Pulverize gains all the benefits of earth buffs, and we got a few of them, which we will go over. So this is just a really nice skill. This is going to be your main spender, your only spender, because all of your other skills are on cooldowns. So basically, you slam it down, shockwave goes out, and kills a bunch of guys for you. Feels good. Enhanced Pulverize. Your next Pulverize will overpower every 10 seconds while you remain healthy. Healthy in this game means you have 80% more life, 80% or more in your life. And overpowering deals bonus damage based on the sum of your current life and fortified life. Yeah, it can get pretty nutty. And Primal Pulverize. I prefer this one over Raging Pulverize, which stuns enemies if they are overpowered. I prefer just always being able to hit them with this, and they do 20% less damage. Earthen Bulwark. I put 1 point into this, and then an item contributes 1 point to this. So essentially what this does, gives you an overshield. It base lasts 3 seconds, but I have a legendary that allows it to go all the way up to 9 seconds. And on top of it, it makes you unstoppable. Really nice if you're frozen, knocked down, blah blah blah. And it gives us 18% base life as Fortify. Really nice. Debilitating Roar, shapeshifting werebear, bellow, blah blah blah, and nearby enemies' damage is reduced by 50%. That's cool and all. I don't use it for that. What I use it for mostly, well, I do use it for that, but the main reason why I take this skill is Debilitating Roar also fortifies you for 22%. Remember, you do more damage when you have more Fortify. Alright, you're following. Preserving Debilitating Roar. Also heals you for 4% of your maximum life each second for the duration. And it's 4 seconds. What's really nice is to pair Debilitating Roar with Earthen Bulwark. You activate Earthen Bulwark, you get your shield, then you activate this, and then it heals you while any damage you're taking is going onto your shield. And then if you're in real dire straits, potion. I didn't take any of the companion skills. Wolves did seem kind of cool, but with all the legendaries and everything I got, I prefer not to take any. I have seen some builds where people found items that turn these guys into like werewolves and everything. I thought that was kind of cool. I sadly have not found any of those items. So, moving on. Trample. Trample's really nice because it makes you unstoppable. It helps you close the gap and fortifies you. Pretty good. Boulder. This is from items. I don't have any points in Boulder. I get it for free, but since it's earth magic, I like to try and have earth spells on hand. 10-second cooldown. It's really cool. You throw it down, enemies get scattered out the way for you if you need to create space, or you throw it on a boss or something like. Well, you hit a boss, it doesn't knock them back because they're unstoppable. So it's whatever, but it's nice to have. It doesn't cost any of your resource, of your spirit, and it saved me in a pinch a couple times. I was able to knock an enemy back, give me enough time to use a potion or something like that. Crushing Earth. Earth skills deal 10% increased damage to slow, stun, immobilize, or knock back enemies. I actually have an item where enemies hit by my Earth skills are slowed by 20% or 25%. And that slowed, now I do 10% more damage with them. So Pulverize, sending out a Shockwave, it's pretty nice. Stone Guard. Well, you have Fortify for over 50% of your. You got to make sure you're over 50% of your maximum health, but your Earth skills deal an extra 8% increased damage. And instead of taking a Capstone ultimate ability, I went for Quick Shift. I was not really too thrilled over the ultimate abilities. I decided I'd rather have just the raw damage increase you get from the shapeshift spells. So every time you shapeshift, you deal 15% increased damage with that ability. So typically what you do with this build is you kind of proc it a couple times with your Storm Strike, and then you hit them with a Pulverize. And because you then shapeshift and you Pulverize, you get that 15% increased damage. It's pretty nice. So let's look at the items. The duration of Earthen Bulwark is increased by 6 seconds. In addition, killing an enemy with Earth skills replenishes 40 of your active Earthen Bulwark barrier. That helps your Earthen Bulwark last 9 seconds. And on top of it, you get to refresh some of it. The more enemies you kill, assuming there's mobs nearby and you're not fighting the boss. Next, when you have Fortify, your Earth skills gain +2 ranks. This gets really nutty with Overpower because it's now an Earth skill. So I got it at 6 right now. It'll jump up to 8 along with Earthen Bulwark and Boulder. I'm playing with this one right here. Skills deal up to 33% increased damage based on your available primary resource when cast. I've recently started using this. I haven't really noticed too much of a difference, but well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Earth Guard. Excuse me. Gain 21% bonus amount to your next Earthen Bulwark for each enemy you crowd control, up to a maximum of 100%. And the nice thing about this is it stores. It'll just wait there. It'll store. In fact, I got a full charge right here. Increase barrier amount from your next Earthen Bulwark. And damage from earth skills, slow enemies hit by 25% for 5 seconds. You cast one pulverize, bam, this is full now. You're good to go. You're ready to rock and roll. Your next shield will be 100% of your health. It's really nice to just double your health for 9 seconds. Your core skills deal up to 34% increased damage based on your amount of fortify. So this build, really, you want to have as much fortify as possible, because then all these little factors start popping in that increase the damage of your pulverize. Attacking enemies with the basic skill increases the damage of your next core skill cast by 15% up to 50%. So it's really nice to get 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, however many hits you can get in before you activate pulverize, because guess what? It's a core skill. It's nice. I'm playing with this one right now. Earth skills deal 49% more critical strike damage to crowd control enemies. The thing is, I don't have too much critical strike chance. But every once in a while, you'll just see like your 4,000 or 5,000 damage number go flying by, and you're like, "Whoa, that was cool." And the thing is, I've also got this ring right down here. Casting a storm skill grants your earth skills 43.5% critical strike damage. The thing about this is they have to be crowd controlled. What can't be crowd controlled? Bosses. So I'm thinking maybe I throw this ring on right here when I'm about to fight a boss, just to try and keep my damage just a little bit up there. Next, pulverize creates a shockwave that travels forward, dealing 98% of its damage to targets in the path. Really like it a lot. And pulverize is now an earth skill, and on top of it, little spikes pop up out of the ground underneath the enemies, but it doesn't pop up along the entire shockwave path. But still, being an earth skill helps a lot. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, so what we're really trying to do here is we're trying to make sure our fortify stays up. And the thing is, when you fight like a little group like that, and then you can't really chain it feels bad, because then your fortify goes away. So I try to keep my fortify up as much as possible. There we go. We had some 3,500 right back there. Hey! Get off! Ooh, legendary. Okay. Oh man, I hate it in these dungeons when the enemy is just so freaking far away, and well, my fortify is not going down. I don't know why. I'm not going. And that entire group is gone. Okay. Where you going, homie? Get back here, man. I just want to talk. Oh my gosh, I almost shreked. Okay, that was nice. And that guy's gone. So I think that kind of sufficiently shows what kind of damage you can expect with this build. One thing that you need to consider is once you start getting up to this max fortify, I don't know why it's not going down, but hey, I accept it. So when you're at max fortify, you then got to start thinking about your skills in terms of damage reduction and damage prevention. If you know a boss is about to lay down the smackdown on you or something, maybe you can activate this ability, reduce that damage by 50%. Or if you're running low on health or fortify or whatever, activate Earthen Bulwark and then activate Debilitating Roar. Try and get that fortify up, try and keep those heals up, and then You can use trample not only to close the gap, but you can also use it as a way to, like if you don't have any more of these little skips right here, these evades, you can use trample to get out of the way of something real quick. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Hope it helps when Diablo 4 comes out. Maybe you can find items like this. It's admittedly going to be kind of hard because the drop rate was tuned way up for the beta, but nonetheless, hope you enjoyed. Anyway, you guys take care. Cheers.